So this is the newer version of our Avalanche saws. It's a basically similar design, but now it has full auto control for auto cutting. All 20 horsepower motors, air tilt miters, and then you set your limit this way and the limit this way to whatever you need. Very easy to adjust your Z's, stop distance. Once the lights up, that means it's no limit. Once the hits the metal, you got a limit. So it uses air tilting, and then the controls are really cool. A lot of unique features that aren't on other machines. So obviously you have your end travels this way, end travels stop this way, but you can also set digital soft limits to where, for instance, you want to cut a piece where the saw is now and you want to go over like 20 inches and stop. So you just click here, that sets this one, then you manually move the saw, say, to here, and you want this to end here, so you would set your travel this way, move it back, and then we want to cut 3-inch width pieces, 3 pieces. So we do 3. No, and then this will be filled in as it cuts automatically. So we're gonna start here, and the remote has all your controls. You have down, up, right, left, and then your bridge back and front. And also the remote has your one cut function, which I'll show later. So when you press this number 1, it's gonna make one cut cycle. So what the one cut cycle does, it just goes down, makes the cut, goes up, returns, and shuts off the blade all automatically. You just push the button and it runs one cycle. But right now we're gonna do the auto cut. So we got your cut list, 3-inch widths. We're gonna do 3 pieces. I forgot to put it in. 3-inch width, 3-inch pieces, and this is how many are done, which is 0. So once we got that, we're gonna press water is on automatically in the settings. You can change it, either it goes on and off with the blade. Right here, water on, water off. You have your digital amp meter for cutting amps. And we're gonna do our cut list. So we're just gonna press start. It's gonna go down, go over to our digital limit, not the actual physical saw limit. We're gonna go up. It's gonna go back to the starting point. Now we're at 0 bridge. Now we're gonna move our 3 inches. It adds the 0.12 because that is the blade width. We go to settings. Our blade width is thickness 0.12. That can be changed to whatever it needs to be for your blade or tolerance. So now it's gonna go to our next cut. So now we're gonna go 6.24. You can set the tolerance also in the settings, but we're talking 10,000ths of an inch or so. So we got our cut list, so we're cut 2 pieces so far. I'll keep going to the 8.6 for 9.34. It's gonna go to our digital limit. If you clear the digital limits, it'll just go full travel of the bridge. And then the blade stays running, but you can turn it off in the settings if you want to. So that's the auto cut function. Okay, and then we have our one cut. So for instance, we positioned the bridge manually. Here we got our green laser. So with the remote, you positioned it to here and you want to make this cut, so you just press the button and that's it, and it's gonna move. It's gonna make the cut. It still follows the digital limits that are set. You can clear those if you need to make a full slab cut, and it returns to the starting point and stops the blade. So that's the one cut feature. And then we have a home feature. So once you're done cutting, you can just press it once. It will go up with the Z and then move over to the left, the X carriage, to the physical limit, not the digital limit. And then if you press home one more time, it'll move the bridge all the way back to the back of the machine, so you don't have to constantly finagle it back and forth. So, and then for instance, you need to move the bridge like towards, say, that way, Y plus. For instance, you can have preset values here. You can have your 4-inch backsplash, 22.5 counter, and then 25.5 counter, and then you can have some other value that you want, and that is in the settings. So once whatever you put in here, it's going to be here. And if you want to transfer the value to the move bridge thing, you just click the 4 and the 4 goes in here, and now you can just click move the bridge 4 and it'll move it 4 inches. It doesn't add the blade here. If you want to add the blade, then you click add the blade, and then that adds the blade to your function. And yeah, so really a cool machine now. All kinds of features and nice beefy water lines here. Should last a good long while. There's an air operated water valve, and then it comes with our best in the market tables, basically. So yeah, this is the basic overview of the machine, and you can put 6 values in for your cut list, and this is, you can clear the digital limits. And then all the functions right here. I'll say go right, move this way. You have your jog buttons for the bridge, and then the Z down. And then also you have a function in the settings, Z up till it reaches the top button. So all you do is to, for instance, you were cutting something, you were down here, you just click the button one time and it'll keep going until it hits the top limit switch. So it has a lot of cool features that save you a lot of hours throughout the day of holding and pushing and remembering which buttons do what. And then the laser's on a timer. In the settings, it could be changed, your laser on time.